early morning hours of June 16th, car break-in suspect Eric Logan was shot and killed.
They're killing us one by one. Wake up!
He was wearing black clothing, and I assumed that somebody taking a couple rounds to the torso would have a reaction, but he just kind of menacingly just kind of, motioned, and then he kind of turned.
Ridiculous. Get the people that are racist off the street. Reorganize your department.
According to police, O'Neill did not have his body camera on at the time of the shooting.
So why wasn't Officer O'Neill's body camera turned on?
Sergeant O'Neill officially resigned, citing job stress and national media attention as a reason why.
This is not right. This is not right.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Somebody going to clean it up, baby. That's what's going to happen. Somebody going to clean it up. Yes, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. What's going on, y'all? Let me move my camera back. Something seems like it's all in my face. Okay. Hey, y'all. I miss y'all. I'm going to bring my Monday little clip up again one day. I got to find it. But I'm going to bring it up to let y'all know how much I be missing y'all. Because y'all know I be missing y'all. I really do. So what's going on? Y'all ready for tonight? Is y'all ready for tonight? When I tell y'all we have a show. We got a show. I am... First and foremost, I want to thank God for this. Okay? I do. I am so proud of myself. I'm proud of Jason. I'm proud of my husband. I'm proud of Fred. I'm proud of my stylist, Darnell. I'm proud of Kels at his 92.3. I am just so thankful for this opportunity right now that I have gotten. I want to go ahead and bring Jason up just as well. Let me bring him up. What up, though?
Yeah, what up, though? What's good?
What up, though? Jason, before we get started, before I say anything, I want to say this. Jason helped me the day before yesterday get everything together for tonight. Bada boom. Teamwork makes
the dream work. There you go. Yep,
now, y'all know explicit language, and allegedly, except for what's coming out these folks' mouths tonight, which is our people's, I guess. Okay? Now, let me say this. Jason told me I need to give me a new cord for my headphones because I was only hearing out of one. And y'all, these is Beats. So I knew that something wasn't right. I knew. I paid too much money for them not to be working right. I got the new cord. I got my phone plugged up so everybody can call in and it's going to sound like y'all right here next to us. But Jason, I got to do this. I have to do this. When I tell you this beat was banging in my ears, oh my God. I got to replay it. Here we go.
I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Yeah.
I said banging in there now.
Yeah. It sounds good, baby.
Well, I'm extremely glad that we got you up and up to par, at least on your end, and also audible for everybody else. It's going to be an experience today.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, without further ado, I am going to introduce to you all the Logan family. They will be on our show tonight. This is their first time publicly coming out in over 990 days. Okay, I think it was 90. Might be 993. It's one or the other. But this is their first time. And they trusted me and Jason. They trusted me and Jason. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for them for coming, joining us tonight. I'm thankful to all my Peachies and Mr. Peachtas that's joining us tonight, and also to each and every person this is their very first time showing up tonight on Peachy News with Peachy Tea Time. Okay, with your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby, and Jason. Jason, you need to get you a little. I don't know what you're gonna do. Catch
I got it.
that vibe.
But you're what up though? That's it. You ain't nothing more, nothing less. You hear me?
What up, though? All right. Well, here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring up the person that actually brought me this story. If it was not for him, we would not be here right now. Okay. So I must bring him up first. And this is Mr. Venado. Venado, you on mute. Can you unmute it? Oh, no. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. You good?
Yep. And then when I bring the other person up, you go ahead and mute back again. Okay.
Right.
So, Venado, justice for Mr.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Now, this is your second time on Peachy Tea Time.
Second and not last. Hey.
Exactly. Second, but not last. Exactly. So you all, please make sure that y'all remember his face, okay? Because this is not the last story that he has for Peachy News. Okay, so when I tell you, I thank you so much. I thank you for recognizing me. I thank you for trusting me with this. And you didn't have to do it. So I'm so grateful and so humble. I really am.
We grateful for you to have us on here as well. As you know, I've been working with the Logan family from day one. Been knowing them over 30 years. And Eric was like family to me.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and you don't have to mute him now. There you go. So when he comes up, he could just leave his
mute.
Yeah,
I got you.
Now, you say that you've been knowing them for over 30 years?
Over 30 years. I remember Eric used to go by Mom's house and get her little gray car and go pick up Tika from work at 11:30. And we couldn't be late picking Tika up from work or Eric be in big trouble. So it go way back, so I've been knowing this family for a long time.
Okay. So it's safe to say that you and Eric was very, very close.
Yes, we ate at the same table plenty times. Rode together, been each other's house, been to each other's mother's house.
Wow. Okay, well, next we're gonna bring up his brother. Hey, Tyree.
No, hit
How are you?
Yeah.
Hey.
How are you?
Man, I'm blessed.
That's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your brother. Some of the fondest memories that you have.
Man, you don't even know where to start at. He was just a wonderful person in his own way. he's a blessed man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's just fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? Laughter, joker, you name it, that was him. You know, he loved his family. That's number one automatically. He loved his mom. He loved his sisters. You know, we always just been one big family.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
it's crazy just how stuff is.
Okay. Now, how close as far as an age was you and Eric?
I mean,
Which
age? How far were y'all?
I'm 54, and that was
4-year difference.
about 4-year difference.
4-year difference. Okay. So yeah, y'all was pretty close then. Y'all pretty close. Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and bring up mom. I say mom for last, because this right here got to be hard for her. It has to be hard for her, and I want her to be able to, soak everything in. But I forgot about Elder. Let's bring up Elder because we got quite a few folks in here tonight. Hey, Elder.
Hey, how you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm blessed by the best.
I know that's right. Blessed by the best. That's what I like that. I like that. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring up Mom. Hey, Mom. We gotta take you off of mute. Hold on. Can you hit the mute button? There you go. There you go. Hey, beautiful lady.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay. What y'all laughing back? What y'all laughing
My
back?
mother is a trip. Mom is a mess.
She's a hot mess. She's a hot mess.
Oh, mama, a hot mess.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, before we get to mom, who do we have in the background? Who in the background? Who in the background?
Charlotte.
That's Miss Charlotte. Hey, Miss Charlotte.
Hi. That's Miss Sharon.
And Miss Charlotte, you are Eric's sister?
Yeah, I'm the second sister.
You're the second sister. Okay. And then we have his other sister. And which sister are you?
I'm Sharon. I'm the oldest sister.
Oh, you the oldest sister,
yes.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Sharon,
I'm
you
the
are the
firstborn.
oldest. The firstborn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So it's safe to say, Sharon, you don't play no games.
No, because I gave Eric his first black eye.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I gave his first black eye.
Yeah. See, I can tell you don't play no games. You don't play no games. All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us tonight just as well. And Mom, where's Mom at?
She right here. Come on.
Mom.
Yeah.
First of all, I must say, like I told you before, my condolences goes out to you and your family. I know this has to be very devastating for you at the time when it happened. I can tell God has helped you through this. I can definitely tell that,
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about Eric.
Well, he was the cook, right? No, I don't say that. He was all around a good guy. For me, I don't know about everybody else, but he was my third child. So, and I miss him dearly.
And he took care of his sister chicken, and that's me. Baby, yes, he did.
He made sure you was taken care of.
Yeah, honey.
Now, Miss Shirley,
yes, ma'am.
This is not your only deceased child, right?
This what? No.
This is not your only deceased child, correct?
Right. No. I have another son.
You had another son that you lost?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And they both was through gun violence.
Yes.
Okay. Now, was they both through the police just as well?
Just Eric.
Just Eric was through the police. Okay. Well, once again, my heart goes out to you. It takes a lot to do what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
On this platform. It takes a lot. And it also takes a lot to keep fighting for justice.
Right.
I have a friend right now who is like my sister, and she lost 2 kids to gun violence. One in a drive-by at his grandmother's house, and then another one at a block party. Yeah, a girl and boy. So, it's something that you just never get over, seem like. But God helps you to make it get better.
Right.
So I want to make sure I say that first and foremost. Now, we're going to go ahead, Miss Barbara, on here. Miss Barbara said, hey, my condolences to you and your family. Hey, Miss Barbara. Now, before we get started, I always play talent on every show that I have. I play talent for the night. Okay. So I do have a talent for the night. I did not know Eric at all whatsoever, but I thought maybe he would have liked this song. And it's a song that you all should be familiar with. But when I heard it and I thought about his age and everything, I said he probably would like this song. So here we go. Y'all don't have to hit mute. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back, relax, and here we go. Oh, babe. Oh. Used to spend my nights out in the ballroom. Liquor was the only love I ever known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I'm looking for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it. No, 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 no. 'Cause there's nothing like your love that gets me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, baby. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, babe. And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah. All right, that was Tennessee whiskey, baby.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Now, Mama, I saw you down there jamming. You know,
Yeah,
I see you down there. I saw you bobbing your head.
sure was.
Yes. So welcome the Logan family to Peachy Tea Time, Peachy News Edition. I really, really appreciate it. Once again, Bernardo, thank you as well for bringing them onto my show and trusting me with this story. So, and
And
trusting
if I
Jason
could
just as well.
say one thing before we start, the Logan family attorney, Mr. Coffrin, trusted you as well because I had to get his okay as well.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So we're gonna get started, you all. We're gonna start with a clip. So we're gonna have some clips tonight, everyone.
Okay.
And Mama, some of these clips might be a little touchy, you know.
Okay.
But I want you to stay strong because at the end of the day, the goal is for when you're done with my show, that other shows will be contacting you to come on and tell your story. So I don't want you to ever give up telling your
I'm
story.
not gonna give up.
No matter how hard it gets, you know, no matter how repetitive it is. So many people need to hear this story. So many people.
Right.
So here we go. Let's get started.
Okay.
Tonight, the officer-involved shooting of car break-in suspect Eric Logan in South Bend that sparked protests, community meetings, policy changes, and a federal civil rights lawsuit. Here's ABC's Tana Kelly.
Early morning hours of June 16th, car break-in suspect Eric Logan was shot and killed at the Central High School apartments on Colfax Avenue and North William Street in downtown South Bend.
He said, well, I'm going to walk to my mom's. And that's when I got the call that he was called.
Police say Logan approached former South Bend Sergeant Ryan O'Neill with a knife when the shooting happened. O'Neill was immediately placed on administrative leave.
I know that whenever an incident like this happens, there is tremendous hurt.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg came back from the presidential campaign trail to comment.
We will be striving to reach out to community members, to community leaders, to keep channels of communication open, even as we wait for more facts to come in.
According to police, O'Neill did not have his body camera on at the time of the shooting.
The body camera doesn't solve everything, but it is supposed to provide crucial evidence. It defeats the purpose of that system if it is not activated.
O'Neill claimed he shot Logan twice because, quote, he had no other choice. The shooting becoming a breaking point between the community and police.
There are police officers on this department and other departments that don't belong here. And I promise you, but there are. The majority of our police officers on the police department, 100% honesty, integrity.
On June 26th, Eric Logan's family filed a lawsuit against the city and O'Neill, claiming O'Neill violated Logan's constitutional rights and that he was discriminated because of his race.
We got to take care of our city ourselves. If we want to change, we got to make a change right here.
In July, Ripley County prosecutor Richard Hurdle was named special prosecutor in the case.
I understand that whatever decision I make, people will question it. And that's okay.
Afterwards, Sergeant O'Neill officially resigned, citing job stress and national media attention as a reason why. In August, the Common Council voted to hire outside experts to review police policies, including deadly force and body cameras. $180,000 taxpayer dollars was earmarked for the effort.
Get the people that are racist off the streets. Reorganize your department.
In response to community outrage and many heated rallies and town halls that took place in the weeks after the shooting,
Deadly force. No. It's like we're not getting no justice at all. They killing us one by one. Wake up.
the South Bend Police Department did change its policy to mandate that officers' body cameras are activated during any interaction with civilians. Meanwhile, the lawsuit between the Logan family and the city and O'Neill is still ongoing at this point. The lawyer for the family, Brian Kaufman, also went before a judge to try to hear the infamous South Bend police tapes.
We believe that they could be assistance or helpful with proving our 1983 claim, which is known as a Monell claim.
In an effort to see if any of the alleged racist language used by officers could help them get the results they want from the lawsuit.
To show that there's a pattern of practice in the South Bend Police Department of racial discrimination.
Recently, the judge declined his motion to intervene in that tape's case. Reporting in South Bend, Tana Kelly, ABC 50.
All right. So let me start by saying this. When that man said they're killing us one by one, if that don't give you chills, I don't know what else will. That was so powerful. I wish I knew who he was so he could be my uncle. You know, I mean, whoever this man is, I wish he was one of my uncles because you can tell he for the streets, baby. He gonna try to save whoever he can to make sure that they is not in this situation. So I want to start with mom. I wouldn't want to start with no other person. Let us know. Take us back to the 16th and what happened when you found out about your son.
Well, I didn't find out until I think it was, to me it looked like it was after 11 o'clock that day. Because my daughter called me, Charlotte called me. And that Sunday. And said, Mom, I think Eric is dead. And I said, I think Eric is dead. And then 2 police came, and she told me 2 police was coming to my house. 2 detectives, yeah, whatever they were.
Okay.
And so they came, and I was there by myself. I let them in. So they showed me a picture. Now, I worked at the hospital for 12 years. I never seen no tubes in nobody's mouth that big before in my life. They just had some big tubes. I can't get that out of my head. Like I say, I worked at the hospital for 12 years.
And we couldn't come up there and see him because he was already at the morgue.
Well, that's what they told me. I know they said I couldn't come.
The told me, this is Charlotte Logan speaking. The police, when the detectives came over to my house, and he said, "Are you Charlotte Logan?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." And so he said, "Well, did you got a brother named Eric Logan?" I said, "Yes, I do, sir." He said, "Well, I'm gonna show you a picture to show you that this him." So he was laying up in the hospital bed with tubes in his mouth. And I said, "Is my brother dead?" And that's when I had fell down. And they told me that my brother dead. I said, "Well, can I go see him?" And the detectives told me, "No, we can't go see him because he was already at the morgue."
Wow.
So how you gonna take somebody's body? How you gonna take somebody's body and don't contact the family? So y'all know that y'all wrong. So I don't know why they covering up. Ain't know what that man would what he did to my brother what was wrong. Because he had to shoot him first. They say he got shot 1 time. Now they said twice. Which one is it? Then they said that he came with a knife. Eric didn't carry no knives. My brother did not carry no knives. That was the white people carried up knife when they go fish the black folks. So as that they said I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Yes, I did see the knife.
Me, baby. And he took
We're
care
not
of
gonna
his
show it
sister.
tonight, Bernardo.
You know what I'm
because of the
saying?
letter.
He took care of me. So as Devin said, South Bend police are wicked than a motherfucker. They ain't got nothing. I keep it wicked than a motherfucker. And while y'all been talking about it needs to be something done about that shit.
Exactly.
He got his justice. We still holding on and trying to get our damn justice. Don't say no motherfucking Charlotte. Let me talk.
Let her talk. Let her talk.
God damn right, dude, I can say any motherfucking thing I want to say, and I'm letting the shit out. So what's up? Now let's
Go ahead. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Real. Keep it real. And then gonna say that my brother had a damn purse, that he was breaking in cars. He ain't never broken no cars. They made that up, that officer was tricking with a white bitch. That's what he was doing. He was tricking. Got caught with the white bitch. That's why he went to jail at first. Ain't married and got kids. You nothing motherfucker.
So Charlotte.
Yes, ma'am.
Charlotte, what do you think happened that day?
Girl, listen here. Let me tell you something. me and my brother was closer than close. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He made sure that I ate every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's what happened, Sean.
Okay, so wait a minute, hold on, Shira. Let me handle this, okay? Let me do this. So let me
I
tell
love
you,
y'all. I love
my
y'all.
brother was coming back from Monk's house. He was setting up a barbecue for Father's Day. Eric was too drunk to be making it to walk home anyway. So they should have been sitting up to say, well, here, bro, if that, here, bro, I have to take you home. And so he was walking to my mama's house. So how is he walking from Western and over here breaking in people's cars? Come on now, make that make sense. So you can hold that thought. What's that girl name? What's her name? What's the girl name?
What's her name?
The one that he was messing with. What's her name? Gaylonda. So hold on. So him and Gaylonda had got into it or whatever. So she ended up calling the police on my brother and saying that he had messed up her car. She know he ain't messed up that regular ass car, that box ass car. You know what I'm saying? So that triggered the motherfucking police. Cause here in South Bend, you not supposed to be out after 11 o'clock. Cause if they see you out at 11 o'clock, they fucking with you. You know, make it make sense. South Bend is not safe in South Bend for black people. I don't care if you black, a woman, or a man. They swear it down. You out here doing something you ain't got no business doing. You know what I'm saying? Come on, make that make sense though. And the people that they putting out here, they wicked as hell because they having sex with the undercover niggas. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't saying nothing new. You ain't saying nothing new.
And all these lies that they covering up for these wretched ass police officers, which y'all need to be worried about. Y'all worried about the wrong shit. You need to be worried about the right shit. Everybody getting killed every day. This like that twin, Miss O'Neill's son. He went to a Notre Dame party, and look what happened to Terrell. Terrell O'Neill got shot in his back. What they doing about that? They ain't doing shit but covering up shit. How long do it take somebody, their family, to get motherfucking justice when they know that they wrong? So, because if we sit up here and kill a white person, they'll put our black ass underneath the jail. Give you 95 years to 1,000 years. What the hell that shit all about? But when they go out here and try to do all this crime shit, girl, let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. Baby, let me tell you something. Listen to me.
I'm listening.
This killing. But then that's why people be out here selling drugs, because they try to make a living. But y'all worry about the people that's selling drugs when y'all need to be worried about these motherfuckers that's killing us black. They taking us out of one by one. That's why they try to get you to take that Corona-19 shot. And when they push that button, if you don't stop, they gonna say, oh, she ain't vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going on. It's so wicked in South Bend, Indiana, because police always messing with the black. They don't give the black people. You can have a party out in your yard. They swear it down that you're doing something you ain't got no business doing. We in our own yard. Why y'all messing with us? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It's sad here. And it's sad all over the world because they steady killing everybody. And South Bend, they never used to be like this. All over the world, they even killing kids.
Yeah. And I see it a lot. I see it a lot by doing this show that I do.
And what they doing about it? Tell me what they
Nothing.
doing about it.
They're not doing anything.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we're gonna get into this next clip, and we'll be right back. Here we go.
Why wasn't Officer O'Neill's body camera turned on? News Center 16's Megan Smedley explains how police body cameras are activated and the frustrations of the family and some council members over the now lack of surveillance video.
This is not right. This is not right.
For the past 2 days, the family of Eric Jack Logan has been holding out for the release of police body cam footage leading up to his death. But Monday evening, the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office announced the body camera of Sergeant Ryan O'Neill wasn't on.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Can't believe that a police officer come in an area looking for somebody, get out of his car, without a body camera on.
Officials say the body camera can be activated in 3 ways: manually, if the squad car's lights or sirens are on, or if the car reaches a high speed of around 70 miles an hour. Because the initial call was for a suspicious person, Sergeant O'Neill did not turn the lights on. At a vigil Monday night, members of South Bend's Common Council joined with the family in their frustrations.
It's really about how can we trust our police department when we put all of those elements in place, but we don't follow through.
Oliver Davis says this shooting hurts for trust in the police department.
None. Very low. If none. You got my point? That is not good. That is not good for that. It's not good for the good officers.
The council's vice president calling for more than just answers.
We have to move beyond transparency. We need to look at transformation, and we have to walk in truth.
His family wants Eric Logan to be remembered as someone who loved his family.
Eric Logan is a family man. He was planning a Father Day cookout.
The family also says they have more evidence surrounding Logan's death, but they are not ready to release it yet.
Because the family of Eric Logan is not done. It's not done.
In South Bend, Megan Smedley, News Center 16.
The St. Joe County Prosecutor's Office says the investigation is far from over, and CNN is reporting tonight that Mayor Pete Buttigieg has canceled campaign events for the next 2 days so he can be here in South Bend.
All right. Now, Bernardo.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think that went wrong in this situation? Like, how do you think what could have triggered everything to happen?
Can't say what triggered what's in there, but our opinion, what happened was Eric was illegally killed by the police, Sergeant O'Neill. We do know that the body camera was on, as well as just going back to July 16th, from the beginning to the end, the meeting at the mayor's office, hearing what the chief of police said, and then the mayor said he met with the family. I was there. If you shake somebody's hand and you call that a meeting, you send out that bad image to the community to think, that really happened. But the body camera, after Eric got killed, the chief of police told all officers to wear their body camera when they're dealing with people. And a week later, after Eric Logan was killed, Sergeant Daly of South Bend Police Department, another sergeant, came up to my truck at a different homicide, and he bragged about not having his body camera on. I filed an IA report with Lieutenant Herron of South Bend Police Department, and Sergeant Daly told Lieutenant Herron we was friends. We used to work together. So I did my report. Never have I ever worked with this guy. We not friends. And he bragged about his camera not on. Wow. And the police department allowed him to lie in that investigation, which still to today, the community called me and say, I have a problem with the police department. We need your help. So it's still ongoing. Have the chief fired some people? Yes. Is the police department better than 2019? Yes. But it's still bad apples inside the South Bend Police Department.
Exactly. And, we all know that this is an issue all over the world. All over the world, this is an issue. Tyrese, I know this is hard for you and your family to sit here and watch these clips and, listen to us doing a whole conversation on this, on your brother who's passed away, was murdered by the police. Do you think that there was anything different that could have been done as far as on both parts, on your brother part and on the police officer part?
Okay, let's be truthful. and understand where we at. We is in the Hoosier State. In this sense, where I say Hoosier State, everybody know this is the city of Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
Hands down, bar none. You know, ain't no ifs, buts about it. And we know for a fact this will be the last state they changed anything in when it comes to our color.
Exactly.
And then when something happened with one of us, it will be swept under the rug, lest it be caught on tape right there, right then. If it ain't caught on tape right then, it's gonna be, if you got money, it's gonna be a battle. I said this the same night.
Yeah.
And I walked out of the room when he was there talking, like I told you, it won't be no justice. Cause if you got our skin color, it ain't gonna be no justice. You know, we didn't tear nothing up, we didn't burn nothing down. You know what I'm saying? We still didn't get no justice. Justice is not gonna be changed unless everybody in the world change it.
I agree with you 100%.
You know what I'm saying? There's one family, it's 1,000 families died, got killed by police around this world. We have a brother got killed by the police. We got people get killed every day by our own people. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really say nothing about that. But this time it's killed by a police officer supposed to be here to protect and serve. And we still didn't get no justice. That is saying you can kill a black man, it'd be okay.
Exactly.
And we supposed to just live by that and just, you know, turn the other cheek. Look how long it's been. And we still right now talking about this. Mom's still going through this. Sisters still going through this. And they want us to be peace. And it's hard to be peaceful when you know you ain't gonna get no justice. They just throw it on the rug. But you have to be, God got to come in the picture somewhere.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because as we turns around and do the things at being upset, it ain't gonna solve nothing. There's be more killing, more dead black people, and there won't be no justice. We trying to do it the right way, and they still don't want to give us no justice. That means we thank y'all for coming in, letting us get a bigger picture to this. Because some type of way we need justice.
Exactly.
And we still ain't got it yet.
Exactly. Now, I do know a woman that is on here tonight. I think she fought for 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. She fought for 12 years before she got justice for her son. You know, so when she told me her story, she came on the show a couple times, but she haven't came on by herself to do a full story. But when me and her have talked on the phone one-on-one, I was amazed. I was amazed, you know, that she didn't give up, you know, and that's what I definitely come here to tell your family.
Oh, no, we'll never give up.
Keep trying. Just keep trying. Because like you said, God got to come in at some time. He got to. So definitely just keep on going. We got another clip that we're going to play. And here we go.
Far from the campaign trail tonight, an angry and emotional town hall for South Bend Mayor and presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg.
Get the people that are racist off the streets.
Some residents furious over the Father's Day shooting of a black man named Eric Logan, killed by a white police officer whose body camera was turned off.
If anyone who is on patrol is shown to be a racist or to do something racist in a way that is substantiated, that is their last day on the street.
Buttigieg has spent most of the last week off the campaign trail, attempting to manage the fallout from the shooting. The mayor has agreed to support an outside investigation and faces demands to fire officers involved.
Did you just ask me if Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, we want to hear you say.
Of course, Black Lives Matter. Now fire your tongue!
This weekend, the rest of the Democratic field campaigned here in South Carolina, with frontrunner Joe Biden attempting to clarify controversial comments he made last week about working with segregationist senators.
I do understand the consequence of the word boy, but it wasn't said in any of that context at all.
fellow candidate Cory Booker reacting this morning.
I heard from many African Americans who found the comments hurtful.
Matters of race taking center stage in a presidential contest entering its biggest week yet. Garrett Haig, NBC News, Columbia.
All right. Jason, got something you want to say on that?
Not yet, man. But I do want to say, Tree or Tyree, man, thank you for your commentary on that last segment. I was listening in, and it's absolutely right. I think once we all start really looking at each other as individuals instead of color, classism, and different aspects of that nature, we can start respecting each other as human beings, and a lot less of this crime or victimism can wash away. It was crazy to hear his sister talking, Miss Charlotte, making that statement to me, and it blew my mind back. Excuse me, that for the city to know that like around 11 o'clock everybody should be in the house no matter who you are, because it's like the police street. So it's almost like Red Dog in Bend, Indiana. That's crazy. South, like I didn't even know that was still a thing. You know what I mean? Wow. So to have that kind of thing, to hear that is very breathtaking. That's where I'm at right now. I'm still trying to take all this in, because it is crazy how so much has happened to you guys and there's no real answer. You know what I mean? Because
exactly,
the death shouldn't happen like that, especially through his interrogation. And we're going to get to that part now. I then will have even more dialogue for this, but that's where I'm at right now.
Exactly. This, before we get into the interrogation, there's this clip that I found, and this is with the presidential thing that was going on. And when I saw this, I said, I have to make sure I show this. So here we go.
Your community of South Bend, Indiana has recently been in uproar over an officer-involved shooting. The police force in South Bend is now 6% black in a city that is 26% black. Why has that not improved over your 2 terms as mayor?
Because I couldn't get it done. My community is in anguish right now because of an officer-involved shooting. A black man, Eric Logan, killed by a white officer. And I'm not allowed to take sides until the investigation comes back. The officer said he was attacked with a knife, but he didn't have his body camera on. It's a mess, and we're hurting. And I could walk you through all of the things that we have done as a community, all of the steps that we took, from bias training to de-escalation, but it didn't save the life of Eric Logan. And when I look into his mother's eyes, I have to face the fact that nothing that I say will bring him back. This is an issue that is facing our community and so many communities around the country. And until we move policing out from the shadow of systemic racism, whatever this particular incident teaches us, we will be left with the bigger problem of the fact that there's a wall of mistrust put up one racist act at a time, not just from what's happened in the past, but from what's happening around the country in the present. It threatens the well-being of every community. And I am determined to bring about a day when a white person driving a vehicle and a black person driving a vehicle, when they see a police officer approaching, feels the exact same thing, a feeling not of fear, but of safety. I'm determined to bring that day about.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
If I could ask one question, just because I think...
Governor, I'll give you 30 seconds.
I think that the question they're asking in South Bend, I think it is across the country, is why has it taken so long?
Now, once the governor said that, everything that man said went out the window for me.
Yeah.
Why is it taking it so long?
We know why.
You sound like you know what to do. You know what you can do and what you're capable of doing. So what is it taking so long?
Cover up.
Exactly.
That's all it was.
I'll take cover up for 1,000. I'll take cover up for 1,000. This is just sad. It's sad and it's ridiculous. Um, Mom, what you want to say about this? About what he said? 6%. I'm sorry. I know I just asked you a question, but I gotta say this: 6% of officers. What did they say, Jason? 26% was white
26%
officers
minority in the country. I mean, not in the country, in the state, in
in
the
the state.
city. The 6% were minority of the enforcement.
Exactly. So you got what 6% that's blacks
Mm-hmm.
and 26% that's white.
What? Yep.
And I'm sure South Bend is majority. Would y'all say? I mean, I don't live there, but would y'all say South Bend was majority black?
Mm-mm.
No,
No,
No.
no.
No. No.
no.
No.
Okay, okay. Well, let's go ahead and we're gonna get into the interrogation. Um, this I really don't like. I don't want to play this, but I have to. Because for Mom to sit here and have to watch this is just ridiculous. So I did make it as short as possible. But before we get into that, we're gonna go ahead and get into our commercials for the night, and then we're coming right on to the interrogation. And y'all gonna want to hear this. Here we go. Hey y'all, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. I am looking for some independent artists. Come on down and kick it with me at Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Okay, so get at me, DM me, inbox me, text me. It don't even matter. Just get at me. So y'all can be sitting right here in the studio with me, y'all. Okay? All right. Deuces. Bye.
In response to my question if it was his car. And then he stands up, and I'm following that hand because it's cut. And he's got a white tissue, like a napkin in his hand. And I'm looking at it, I see there's a little bit of blood on the napkin. And then as he turns to face me, I keep following that hand, and I see there's a knife there. And it took me a second because he's got that napkin in his hand. And so now my mind's going quick because we're only probably about 7-8 feet away from each other. So I see that knife and pull my pistol out right away. I start backing up, and the thought went through my head as his arm came up, holding the knife. The thought came to me to backpedal because if I can create some distance, if he's standing 10 feet away from me with a knife, and I'm standing there, I feel pretty good about that in the sense that I can maybe negotiate with him, get him to drop it, whatever, see what his intentions are. But as soon as he came up with that, he made these just a couple of like guttural sounds, like kind of like a and so I took those 3-4 steps, but he started walking toward me. So, I've had my gun out thousands of times, working midnights for over 19 years, but this was the first time it got to that critical distance where, with as tall as the guy is, he's probably 6'2", 6'3", he's a big guy. And I was watching that knife up in the air, and with the way he was walking toward me, I could feel that, he was going to get me. He could get me, for sure. And all I could imagine was that knife coming down on my head. So I fired 2 quick shots, and that motion that he had started went forward with force, and I had that flashlight and fire like this, and that's when the knife hit me in the arm. Okay.
I forgot to bring us back up. I was so into it. I was so into that mess, I was waiting on the part with the arm, how everybody had to gather very closely to see what this cut was.
Right.
And how that other, I was like, okay. You know, I'm like,
Now
are
they
you
they
serious?
gonna make me sound like Charlotte. They need to stop lying.
Right.
They gonna make me sound like
Real.
Charlotte in a minute. But
You
that
know
right
what?
there,
Sound
I'll make
off.
me sound like
Sound
Charlotte
off.
in a second. They almost make me hey, God, I'll go save all over again.
All over again. All
My
over again.
goodness.
Yes.
See how he lied though.
Man.
What I
You
don't
see how
like
he
is
lied.
it kind of like they're kind of portraying him like he was a zombie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who turned like
And where did he get a napkin from?
Man, that all that was so pitiful. That
part.
one number, that's the straight lies. You know,
Right.
it's so pitiful. Now I'm sorry for this bludgeon out saying it, but that
Oh no,
right there,
you're fine.
that just made me
This is
very
your
upset.
moment.
I mean, that just made it's like that. This was pitiful.
Mhm.
You know, for you that scene right there, it was pitiful. It's
It
a
was.
shame. You know, that's why I be saying, I'm so glad God got me. I'm so glad I had been the changed man. Cause something like that would just tick me off. If I was an old person, I'll be totally. It's like, I mean, that's just unreal.
Exactly.
To sit back here to say something just like that, and we know already what's going on, and we supposed to be, we human beings.
Exactly.
Y'all treating us like back in the days like dogs. We is not dogs.
Slaves.
You
not
cannot just
dogs.
kill us and treat us like dogs.
They love their dogs.
That didn't do nothing
Miss
kind of
Barbara, I was about
upset
to
me,
say the
but
same
at the
thing. They
same
love their
time,
dog.
that's pitiful. That is pitiful. I'm
Yeah.
sorry for just going there, but that
No,
right there,
that's what my platform is for.
you know, that right there
Tyree.
was so disrespectful to family members. For that
Mhm.
man to sit there in that chair and make them bold lies like that. And my brother, in no way, in no fashion, even came nowhere near him or act like and didn't even had nothing like that. That was not him. He, you know, if we kept this straight gangster, you dig what I'm saying? I would have told the truth. If he had a gun, okay, then we could have said, okay, you shot him. But he have a
Exactly.
knife. He breaking in the car. None of that stuff is true.
Right.
They know it wasn't true.
That whole crime
They
scene.
killed my brother for no reason, and the man walking
They
free.
told me he was hanging out the car. I don't know how you
You know, walking free, doing all this. I just don't understand.
When he first
In
said
the
he-
times we live in right now, this still goes on.
Yeah, it's still going on.
And the cell phone.
And I think one thing,
Let me be quiet. I mean, that just upset me on that one right there. I'm
Okay.
glad I ain't that kind of like made me mad when I seen that again.
and I know Tree was with me almost every day out at that crime scene. And we hear O'Neal saying that Eric was coming to charge him, correct?
Yeah.
But
10 feet.
how did the bullet be at the bottom of the car door jam if he's shooting it at Eric and Eric's 6+ feet tall?
Right.
It don't add up.
No, it don't.
I believe
that they had him
that
on
for
his
some
knees.
reason, Eric was laying down on the ground and O'Neal sent him down there.
He was squatted.
And that's how those bullet shots got down there. Never was Eric standing coming towards him with no
Right.
knife. I don't believe that. And
they
one
don't
day,
I want to say one thing, then I'll be quiet.
Tyree, you don't have to be quiet. You don't have to be quiet at all.
It's like this. When we went back here and replayed the scene, and where all the police cars was, when the windows, it was other cars in the parking lot shot out. The bullet, I'm on my knees, handprint on the car, bullet hole go into the bottom of the door. That means if he's standing up, why is the bullet hole going in between two cars?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That means they shooting down at him. They say he's running through the cars. Okay, that means he's running through the cars, he ducking, trying to get away from y'all. You know what I'm saying? They said all these things, but at the same time, we got to understand where we at. And, you know, when they say something for our color, this how this be. Now, on this show, it probably told the truth. You know what I'm saying? But down here, The truth is if they don't videotape, they're gonna cover it up.
Exactly.
Just that guy, they done it. And we as a family, brothers, mamas, sisters, we gotta live with this. Now, if we go out here and act a fool, guess what? Is more's gonna die. More's gonna go to the penitentiary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done with, they're gonna do us that way. You know what I'm saying? We had a peaceful meeting, try to get justice, and we still didn't get no justice. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no difference. When it's all said and done with, they know how to do it because they runs everything. My brother did not get a fair trial. The man still walking the streets. The man can go do whatever he want to do, eat, kick it, do all. My brother would never ever be able to do that. We can never hug. Mom can never hug him. You know what I'm saying? This right here shows you what we going through now is still what they was going through way before we was born. The prejudice is still right, still good. And we had to be peaceful at it. And we really can't be forceful like we want to be because we do what we want to do. Get locked up, get killed.
Yep.
That's going to happen. But we got to believe in the system. It's not going to, ain't going to show us no justice. And I'm trying to be, I want to be saved. I want to stay sanctified. I want to go to church and live again. I lost too many brothers to the streets. But what do you do when you don't get no justice? Still. And look what years we in.
Exactly. No, I understand exactly where you're coming from with that one, Tyree. Tyree, that's why I had explained, right in the beginning that there was gonna be some things that was gonna be shown that was gonna piss you off. We do have the second part of this, and I'm playing this because 2 reasons. I knew a lot of people was gonna show up tonight to see this show. The second reason, I wanted them to see for themselves how ignorant this man sounded. Like, how can you believe anything that this man said? And just like Gretchen said, he had a smirk. Yeah. This man literally had a smirk on his face while he was telling the story.
Yes.
And it seemed like he was also on top of that being coerced. I listened to the whole thing.
And
I
a lot
just
of people
refused to play the whole thing.
us to Peachy, and said, "Man, sound like the police coerced him through."
Yeah. It is.
And I mean, you got the video; you can make that decision yourself.
Exactly.
But those coercing did arise.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the second clip. When we get into the second clip, when we come back, I'm gonna go straight into Mom. Okay, Mom?
Okay.
Here we go.
So, so the knife goes off my arm, ends up on the ground just to the side of me. And I'm giving him commands while I'm pointing the gun at him. I feel a little bit of relief, honestly, because, even though I shot him, the knife's out of his hand. Mm-hmm. And I'm giving him commands and he's still not responding. I didn't even know if I hit him, to be honest.
Did he go down to the ground or did he stay up?
No, he stood up. And that's what made me think maybe I didn't get him. And, I thought that I did, but he was wearing black clothing. And, I assumed that somebody taking a couple rounds to the torso would have a reaction, but he just kind of menacingly just kind of, motioned, and then he kind of turned half away from me and turned back, and then eventually he went to the ground, onto his knees like I told him. And while he was on the ground facing away from me on his knees, I got on the radio and I said, "Shots fired, 7131, that's my number, 31. I said, "Shots fired, get me an ambo here," and you can play the tape. I'm not sure exactly what else I said. It was to the effect of, "The shots are fired, I need an ambulance." And at that point, I could hear the engines roaring. Guys were coming. And I held him at gunpoint until the first, and I don't remember if it was Lindsay or Kanareki who was there first, but I told him, I said, "Cuff this guy, get him in cuffs." So they cuffed him. And then...
So was he on his knees at that time?
Yeah. I believe he may have stood back up when they cuffed him. I don't know if they told him to get up, but he went to his knees when I told him to put his hands behind his back, and that's where I was holding him. So when they actually cuffed him, he may have stood back up. but I don't think he did it at that point in an aggressive manner. It probably would have been if they told him to. Anyway, so then Nepper said to me, and I don't know if it was his idea or somebody else, but it was fast thinking. He said, "Hey, Sarge, instead of waiting for an ambulance, do you want me to just load and go?" And I said, "Absolutely, absolutely," because I figured we're not that far from Memorial, so if we can get him into a car and get him down to Memorial right away, he's going to have a better chance than, because at this point they had lifted up his sweatshirt and you could see that he had definitely been hit, and there was a good amount of blood coming from his wounds. So.
All right, Mama. How you feeling right now?
I feel okay. I'm just looking at that lying officer.
He sounds definitely like he's lying, hands down.
Yes.
Like he didn't even know what to really say.
Right. The man was coaching him, so. Yeah,
exactly.
Every dog has their day. His day ain't came yet.
Right.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Right.
It's coming.
Yeah. And the officer that was coaching him and his day coming too. And the one that drove was coming too.
Exactly.
But I can't. What I don't understand is that I seen him walk into the. They made him walk into the hospital.
They dragged him. Oh yeah.
No, he walked in the hospital.
They dragged him out the car. They dragged him out the car though.
Yeah, they didn't have no choice. He couldn't get out by himself. He was too big for the car.
Plus he was in handcuffs.
And then if you walk in the hospital, how you come out dead?
Exactly.
That's what I don't understand.
Let that nigga die.
That's Charlotte back there. Charlotte, I was just about to say, you got something you want to say, Charlotte? I was just about to say
that. When my brother, when they see the other clip that you ain't got, you need to get that other clip, the one that they showed when they had my brother in handcuffs and raised up when he had on that black sweatsuit that I got him, Nike. And when they raised that shirt, his shirt up, he had a white shirt on. Yeah. He was covered in blood. Yep. And he kept telling the police officer that he was hurting. So why y'all didn't wait for the ambulance to get there? Instead, they called the ambulance and set up there and put him in the backseat of the car with some handcuffs. So
he did say that. He did say that. That was the first thing he did was call and told them that he needed an ambulance. And then once the folks got there, because he said other people came, once they got there, somebody had a bright idea to go ahead and take him to the hospital. The ambulance has been there by now.
That's definitely not a bright idea.
And that's illegal. So they should have never did that. But they set up there when they got that man there, because it was 4 police officers and it was all them nurses that was in that room. And they said, let that nigga die. Okay? They didn't even try to help Eric. They had my brother to suffer because he was still alive. He was still alive. Exactly. So how they could have saved him, but they didn't because of that trick ass officer.
And then how he said, "Well, I shot him in the torso. I thought that should have made him just fall, but it did." Like he was really trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
That was crazy to me.
You don't know. You hear him saying that Eric was leaking blood. So if he's leaking blood, why did he raise his shirt up to see if he was shot?
Exactly.
And it wasn't no blood down there at the crime scene.
Let's talk about that. Thank you, Charlotte.
Let's talk
about the blood at the crime scene.
So tell me something. So how the hell did he end up over here when he walking from Western? Western is Western Street. All you gotta do is walk down that other street. Taylor. He ran at Mama's house. So how the hell did he get from Taylor Street from over there on Washington apartment? Tell me something. Because the person that supposed to be breaking in cars, the dude called me and told me that it wasn't my brother. It was Ronald Geiger and a Mexican dude. So, and I told them, you know what I'm saying? Make that make sense though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ronald Geiger lived here in South Bend, and he said that he feeling guilty. So he called my phone and told me, Charlotte, it wasn't your brother. It was me and some Mexican dudes breaking in that car that night. And they still breaking in cars right today.
At the same location.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, make that make sense though. Instead of everybody want to sit up here and hold back. I ain't finna hold back nothing about my brother.
Don't hold back.
You know what I'm saying? So if a person want to get in contact with me, 574-302-8008.
You know,
They can call me.
I do these type of shows, Charlotte, and I commend you for the simple fact. And Jason, you know I ain't lying. It has been clips that I've played where people be crying, talking about my brother died or my sister gone, and then you hear the news broadcaster say, but they don't want their face to be shown.
Honey,
What
mine's gonna
you
be
mean you
shown.
don't want your face to be shown?
Mine's gonna be
This
shown,
is
honey.
your
I ain't got no
sister.
reason to hide.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's why I say I commend you for this. I really do. That's
You
why I
know
say
what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
gonna tell you to be quiet. None of that. At the beginning of this show, I said explicit language. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how it goes over here on Peachy Tea Time and Peachy News and Peachy Talks and Peachy Hits. So,
Okay.
say whatever you got to say. This is
So
for
I'm just
y'all.
saying though, because how they not doing us right. They think we still living in slavery days. They can do anything they want to do to black people, and that's all over the world. And I mean, they is really showing up and showing out, honey, for real though. And there's nobody can stop it because I guess because we black and we can't have no say so. That's not cool either. The white people talk just as well as what we do, but they sit there and lie and try to cover up the shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? And then they work with each other, and then so we ain't got no clock. They got all the clock. That's why ain't nothing happened about my brother's case. Come on now, make this make sense though.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't cool, and it sure ain't right.
And then we hear, Peachy, of the blood. There's no blood of Eric at the crime scene. Me and Tyrese was out there every day, and not every other day, every day. And you see no blood, but you hear O'Neal saying he was leaking.
Exactly.
Then you have this blood on the back of a car next to where he got shot. How is blood on a car trunk but not on the ground?
He was
leaking blood. Why was
But he was leaking.
He was leaking.
So where was the leak at? Because it ain't like he was running water.
So
you can see water with his rod.
of 2019, it rained for 3 days straight, the first to the third. A news reporter from Paris flew in, and we went down to the crime scene, and we looked down where some paint was, an orange marker, if you remember that tree.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some little red drops underneath the paint. Like they cover up his blood with this paint.
Wow.
And I called the Indiana State Police and sent them photos of this. And I think right before Charlotte went off at the verdict, the prosecutor said me and him never talk about this blood and wanted me to sit down. No, you a liar, racist piece of garbage. And then Charlotte just took over. How did I say nothing else?
Charlotte did her thing. She did her thing.
Right.
Wow.
But that's really did as a friend, as a community advocate, when my prosecutor stood there and said he never spoke with me about any type of blood finding or anything. It's really just showed me that the verdict was not accurate.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Wow. Jason, is there anything else you want to say? That was the last of those clips.
Yeah, I actually do, man, because there's a part that you actually left out or chose not to put in. Either way, you want to really look at that. But it was a part that struck me in O'Neal's testimony or interrogation, whatever you really want to call that, acting, he made a statement of he pulled up the vehicle, he pulled up his car, and he thought about getting out with his taser.
Yep.
But he didn't because he didn't want to frighten the person that might actually own the car because he didn't know. I didn't know.
He didn't know. He said.
Right. And to me, I'd rather you apologize for pointing your taser at someone and saying, "Oh, there's being burglary. There's a burglar activity going on currently. So my apology if it was your car." And even if they file a complaint, everyone still lives and goes about their day.
Not
But
him.
right, exactly, not him. But and he decided to get out the car, kind of see who it is, walk near the car, and then pull out, his gun. That don't make sense to me, because if it's a burglary, you're still gonna, proceed with caution first with your gun pulled out and
Already.
the chest piece on. So yeah, there's a lot of miscommunication in this, and alleged conversations, and full blatant lies at this point. Because when I do see this again in this perspective, and from hearing from you guys, yeah, it's a they out here trying to get a Tony Award right now, and he's not gonna get anywhere near, because that acting is very, very terrible.
It was very, very terrible. But you are right. I did leave that part out. He did say that he had pulled up. He had got out. He said he even thought twice about getting out. But he went ahead, he got out. He said he started walking around the car. And he said that Eric was halfway in the car, like coming out of the car.
So the reason why I bring that up, right? The reason why I bring that up, and by no means does this woman, she deserves more than 2 years in jail, and she's probably gonna do a lot less. But I live here in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. We're a suburb of Minneapolis, and there was a young man that was shot and killed by a police officer because she pulled the wrong gun. She thought she pulled the taser, but pulled the gun instead, right? So heavy, because that like all officers will know the difference between their service pistol and a plastic taser, right? So the verdict came. She's only doing 2 years, but the reason I say that is because, again, your first instinct is to pull your taser. The first instinct before anything, even if it's close to being violent, even more so violent, is to pull that taser and try to subdue them first, right? There's no reason that you're pulling a whole firearm for someone that's potentially or allegedly burglarizing vehicles. There's no, what I'm saying, there's no apparent danger in someone busting out a car window, if that even is the case. Speaking of that, was there glass? I don't know if you guys can answer this or not, but was there glass?
No.
Right. So,
because he said he had cuts on his hand, so he just assumed
regardless
he
of the
got
cuts,
been cut.
the glass is going to be on the ground. Glass is going to be on the ground.
There wasn't no glass. There wasn't no glass nowhere. It was when we got over there, the window was fixed on the car. It plastic was on the window, the whole 9 yards. All of us are blood. This is a whole lie. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand where. Let me be quiet. I understand. We got to understand where we at. We is in Indiana State, and when it's all said and done with, we know the truth. They killed my brother, and that's just point blank what it was. He killed them, and he got away. He got away with murder because he got all the people working with him. But the truth is, he murdered my brother. He killed them for no reason, and there's nothing else nobody can tell us. That's nothing but the truth.
Facts.
And the truth will come out. You know what I'm saying? It might be later on, but sooner or later, justice will happen. You know what I'm saying? But it's the point, we have to do it the way we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Some people say be quiet. We just have to be smart about it, not dumb.
Exactly. Well, I definitely don't think you guys should be quiet about it. I feel like pressure is the best thing that can happen in a situation like this. So the more that you all are able to go out and speak on it, the more that it'll get around. And that was another thing. It seemed like, how can I say this? There's a lot of people that get shot by the police, and it don't get put out there. And for this to be South Bend, it seemed like y'all had got a lot of coverage on this. A lot of coverage.
The mayor was running for president.
There you go.
What happened if the mayor wasn't running for president?
Exactly.
It wouldn't get up there like that. Yeah.
Not at all.
Another quick situation.
Thank you. And I just want to speak about the 911 dispatch call because I quit my full-time job at a shop to just work on Eric's case and be there for his family. O'Neal said he was at Burger King, which is probably 2-3 blocks away from the crime scene when he got the call. We listened to the 911 tape. 0.3 seconds, he said he was on the scene. So I go to Burger King. I ran red lights to get to that exact crime scene. Running red lights, this took me 37 seconds from Burger King, not 0.3. How was you just on scene that fast? And then when you radio, you say, I shot a guy. I'm okay. I'm fine. I dispatched plenty of calls as a dispatcher. I listen to police scanners when the police is in shootings, but never heard an officer just as calm as O'Neal. I'm fine. FINE, he told dispatch.
Wow.
But you were scared of your life.
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
Yep. That ain't his job no more,
Facts.
man. If you guys want to be police officers, you have no space to be scared. There's no space for that. Like,
not with no knife.
Bree sitting here with me, and he can testify. We used to go out for breakfast, and officers would come to us and say, "Thank you. We don't need racist people." They knew O'Neal was crooked and dirty. And, you know, is one thing, if you're a police officer, you stick up for each other. You ain't going to come out public and say, but for officers to come to our tables and say, man, we thank you. Keep up the work, was proof enough to say the police knew O'Neal killed Eric Logan.
Wow. Well, you guys, we are coming to the end of the show. There it goes. As if you guys was on mute. If you anybody that would like to call in or ask any questions at all, please feel free to call in. I did have the number up for a while now. I'm still gonna leave it up. At the end of every show, you know, I always show a motivational clip. So I will be showing that clip just as well coming up really, really soon. But there is one thing that I want to ask Tyree. Tree, y'all call him.
Right. You said it right, Tyree.
Tyree, I did say it right? Okay, Tyree. If there was anything at all that you could say to your brother right now, what would you say? I know that's hard.
You know, I really can't say because I just like, you know, I've been through these situations more than this once. You know, I had 3 brothers being killed, you know, and it's like, that's something, you know what I'm saying, you can never, it's something, you know, you just say you loved them, you dig what I'm saying, and, you know, that's all I can say with that. There's nothing I really can say on that subject, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've been, you know, I've been through them subjects, and that's something I think is a one-on-one personal situation between me and my brothers, and
exactly,
you know, they know all of us love each other, and that's how we always was. We were tight, and it was that.
I didn't know you had 3 brothers that you lost.
Oh yes,
3.
By gun violence.
Tyree, I'm gonna have you back on the show again. I'm gonna have you back on the show again. I am. I do. Sometimes I have rallies, stop the violence gun rallies. So I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. Definitely.
Okay, no problem.
Definitely. Mama, Look, they over there. Look, you see them over there, Jason. I think y'all gonna have to hit the mute button. It won't let me hit the mute button.
Sorry.
There you go. Oh no, you're fine. You are so fine. You are so fine. I'm glad that you all are in great spirits tonight. You know what I'm saying? So it's no problem at all. Now, did we speak to you? I don't think we spoke to her. The one that's right there in front.
The
Yeah,
wife.
that's the wife. I thought that was the one that I saw in the clip. Now, what do you want to say, honey? We ain't get a chance to speak to you.
Nothing, because I'll be mad all over again. So no. I'm good.
You say you don't want to say nothing at all.
I'm still trying to get through this, so I'm good.
Yeah.
So
I
mean, yeah,
Well,
it's
I got
hard.
a question.
Go ahead, come on.
Charlie got a question.
Come on up, Miss Charlotte.
Here I am back. Now listen.
I am back.
After we get done with
Charlotte, I'm gonna have you come back on with me on a Monday. When I just throw out
if you want to laugh, that's her.
Yeah. I'm gonna call for Charlotte to come on with me on Mondays.
Okay. That can happen. That can happen. I would love that.
I know that's right, boo.
Okay, now I got a question. Now I want to know, since we doing this interview and all this, so what's supposed to happen after this?
Well, hopefully, and this is always my goal with anybody that comes on my show. Hopefully, someone will see it that's just a little bit, how can I say it? With more views than me, the more people that's basically watching them, to where you guys can get the level of people to come on and help with solve this crime. Okay? Because at the end of the day, y'all need justice.
Yes, we do.
Y'all need justice.
Yes,
ma'am.
And if you get it to the right hands, it's like a stepping stone.
Yes.
It's like a stepping stone. I helped this lady that came on my show, and her daughter was murdered in prison at the age of 23 years old.
Right.
And they have no idea how she died. At first, they said that she was poisoned. Then they took it back and said that she wasn't poisoned. It was unknown. But I'm not saying that because she came on my show, this happened. But I will say is once she got done with my show, she started going on other shows that had a whole lot more views than what I have. And that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? If you apply pressure, that's when things start happening. To me, pressure is the key.
Okay.
It's the key. Because they will push stuff under the rug.
Yeah.
The pressure in y'all situation was the mayor was running for president.
Right.
If he wasn't running for president,
y'all would never heard about it.
Never heard anything about it.
Y'all never heard nothing about it.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly. So it's steps to all of this. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I literally thought of and was like, okay, this is something that I know I need to be doing. This is the path that I know I need to be on. And I have a lot of people that watch me, but it's always somebody else out there.
Yeah.
That numbers is doing even more.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Also, it's for you as well, right? So it allowed you to get this out, right? You've been holding that in, Charlotte.
Yes.
And others,
she
right?
gonna tell it every time she gets somewhere.
But
now it's organized thought for you guys, right? And what it is you can use this to give to someone else to say, here's more of a condensed story about what we got going on. What happened to my brother? You know, this is how we feel about it because you guys spoke raw. You didn't speak out of you didn't speak, far off from what you know is to be the truth.
Exactly.
And now you can use this for your own usage to say, hey, I want to get this on a bigger platform. Look who we've been talking to.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I hope one day I hope somebody real call us on the bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? With a bigger, television show where we really can get this out to the real people who really can help us. Because, what I want, and the only thing I want is, he's been found guilty for murdering my brother. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, everybody who was out there needed to be charged. You know what I'm saying? For covering it up. Anybody who had part of covering it up, they need to be charged for it too. You know what I'm saying? Because that just being real. You know, they say justice, then let us have justice. Let his family, you know what I'm saying, his loved ones, you know, his kids and everybody and mama them get justice from this. Because we going to have to live with this every single day as long as we living. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs justice. And I think, you know, even though everybody going to have different ways to say it, some people going to say it with anger, some people going to say it with peace, but at the same time, all are trying to say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And the person y'all see now, and Charlotte them can tell y'all, is not the person I used to be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The person y'all see now who've been through a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying, in my life. That means my testimony is totally different. You know, y'all just seen a changed man. If the man y'all would have seen that first, it wouldn't been this man talking like this, peaceful and all this. I'd be ready with gunfire and all that. But you know, God had changed in me and made me into the man I am now.
That's
That
wonderful.
means it can help out somebody else.
Exactly. And that's one of the main things. It sounds like it's echoing. That's one of the main things that we are here for, is to bring awareness. Bring awareness to others that's out there, that we can help, that we can save, and that we can at least try to guide at the end of the day. So with that being said, y'all, we finna go into our motivation for the night. When we come back, I'm gonna let everybody drop their peaches, which is let everybody know where they can find you at. If you have something going on, you got some business going on, you'll be able to let everybody know about that. So here go our motivation. I hope you guys like it. Here we go.
Challenges that you face, they're going to do their best to take you down. Do not let them. Stand up, dig in. Line up those problems and confront them. Face them. Fight them. Do not let them bring you down. In fact, let those challenges raise you up. Let them elevate you. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
What they don't understand is that even when you are expecting something good to happen, it costs you something. And when you keep wanting something that keeps evading you, if you're not careful, it will wear you down. To wait for something, anticipating it, and it doesn't happen, costs you more than somebody who wants nothing. That's why we have so many people who fall into the abyss of wanting absolutely nothing, because sometimes it is easier not to want anything than it is to want it and not get it. Some people find it easier to just give up and lay dead and just let things happen the way they happen. They are perpetually and inevitably victims of circumstances. They've allowed themselves to be typecast into a perpetual role of nothingness. I may not have it, but I want it. I may not be there, but I want to. It may not be in my hand, but I'm snatching after it. I may not have apprehended, but I'm in the press. I may not climb the mountain, but I'll die with dirt in between my fingernails, because I will never lay there and accept where I came from to be where I'm going.
I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. Some of you are so ignorant. You've been through so much hell. You won't quit now. You should have quit 10 years ago. You should have quit 10 years ago when he walked out on you. You should have been quit. You don't quit now. It's the 10th round. You got 2 more to go. And when you get to success, it's not about skill. It's about stamina.
All right. And we are back, y'all. We are back. I am going to bring up each person one by one while they go ahead and they drop their Peaches, baby. We're gonna start with the brother of Eric. Here we go, Tyree. Hey, Tyree.
Hey.
Tyree, I thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really do. I know this was kind of difficult for you, but I really, really, really do appreciate you. Now,
I
can you let
appreciate
everybody?
y'all.
Thank you.
I
Can
really
you let
appreciate
everybody
you.
know where they can find you at?
Tyree Bonds, you know what I'm saying? Number is 532-9099. Area code 574. You know what I'm saying? You can give me a call. We can bring it up. But hey, one thing I just want to say one thing. Look, never give up. You know what I'm saying? Never give up on the fight. If anything happen with y'all in any type of way. But one thing I can say to anybody, yes, we get upset, we get bothered. But two wrongs don't make a right. It ain't gonna make it right. But justice is the main issue what we're looking for. And I just thank God, you know what I'm saying, for intervening, and he will avail when all this all said and done. I really thank you for having us on your show. And hope that somebody, the right people see this.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you just as well for showing up. And now I don't want you to leave. I want you to stay up. And even when the show ends, everybody gonna stay up, and then I'm gonna give everybody my goodbyes, just y'all.
Okay,
But
no problem.
stay on up. Now the next person we gonna bring up, of course, we gotta bring up Jason. Jason, I forgot about you. You supposed to came back up with me.
All good, all good.
You know
Yo,
I love you.
again, man, you guys, not even again, you guys can catch me everywhere. Just go to my link tree, LINKTR, and then dot .tr, and then you'll be able to find it at Best BEST LLC. I'm streaming on all platforms, doing just about everything. Just a brilliant, amazing, loving content creator. So check in.
All right, all right. And next we have Venado.
Hey.
Drop your
So
piece.
Vernado, right? Vernado Malone on Facebook, Senior, or Justice for Michiana, where we assist family of homicide, domestic violence, as you know, poor housing, and missing person cases as well. And I just want to say thank you to Eric, Logan, entire family for entrusting me to be out there, being that voice. And mom, it's been plenty of time I call his mom of his wife. I say, hey, we got a press conference, so we need you here in 2 hours, and we're gonna be there. And my phone number always 24 hours with them. So just want to thank them for entrusting me to, be that voice for somebody who was important to me as well. And I just got shown. This is a jacket his mom gave me of Eric. So I still have and wearing his shirt. Can you see that shirt, girl? Hold on.
Yes.
I got to show that shirt. Hold on.
Show it off.
Hold
Show
on.
it off. Hey. Hold on. I'm gonna do you even better. Hold on.
Okay.
Don't do nothing. Hold on. Okay, now show off your shirt. All right. He did it. He just
Never
showed
tell
off
me
his
I'm gonna
shirt.
wear this shirt. Right. So just thank the family and thank you and Jason for hearing the case and say let's bring them on. And again, another shout out to Eric Logan, family lawyer, Mr. Coffin in Chicago, who gave me the okay to bring family on with me.
All right. And last but definitely not least, baby. Oh, mama. We got wife. We got Charlotte. Charlotte, we gonna remember you, Charlotte, forever. We gonna remember Charlotte forever. But ladies, please,
Call me
please,
so I
please
can be on
come
your
back.
show.
You coming? You coming, Charlotte? Don't worry. I'm sure gonna reach out to you. But let's start with Charlotte. Let's start with you, Charlotte.
Yes, ma'am.
Where can everybody find you at?
574-302-8008.
All right. Now, are you on any platforms? IG, Facebook?
But I don't be on Facebook like that, girl. That's wicked.
Charlie,
Just like I said, baby.
I'm gonna have to applaud you on that one. Because I always say social media ain't nothing but the devil. But I be on there though. I be on there.
And it be messy when you be on it. And that's the
Yeah,
mess.
if you ain't talking about nothing and you making it messy, that's when it's messy.
Baby,
You know.
if you ain't talking about mortgage, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You feel
The girl is crazy, man.
So as that being said,
Let's applaud that one more again.
as that being said, you can reach me at 574-302-8008. And I will have my bag packed and I'll be ready to come to your show now.
Okay. I'll be reaching out to you very soon. Very soon.
All right now. That's what I want to hear, baby.
Charlie is crazy.
She is so funny. She is so funny. Now, it was the other sister. Where's the other sister at?
Sharon.
Sharon. Yep. Sharon, there you go, girl. That's the oldest sister right there.
Yeah. I don't do what
Sharon.
she. I don't do what she do. I don't do what my sister do. The other one do. I don't do what she do.
I understand, Sharon. I don't do that. Now, Sharon, where can everybody find you at? Drop your peaches.
They can call me at 574-302-8136. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on nothing.
Not on nothing.
Nothing.
It's on the phone.
Yeah, is there anything that you want to say before we leave the show tonight?
No, I know what. I'm glad that you reached out to us to talk to us about what's going on with us and about Eric. I'm happy to talk to everybody that was on the show with us. But justice will be served for my brother, though. It will be.
Definitely.
It will be.
Definitely.
It will be. We ain't got to do nothing but sit back. It's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So God has.
It's gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, next we got Mom.
Okay. Come on.
Cause wife said that she don't want to say nothing, cause they ain't gonna do nothing but make her mad.
Make me mad, but all I ask is that y'all keep us in your prayers, and justice will be served. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, Mama. Now,
Okay,
now, do you want to drop your peaches? Where can we find you at? I know you on Facebook and IG too. I know you on IG.
Sometimes I be on there. I don't be on there too long. But 574-703-6113.
All right. Now, is there anything that you would like to say before we end the show tonight?
Nice meeting you, Peaches. I'm out of here.
All right, darling.
All right. Okay, Mama, I'll call you tomorrow.
She just want to say thank you. Just tell them thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having this show for me tonight. I appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome.
Well, I heard something about they had something on TV and I missed that.
57 News had it.
57 News had something the other day and I missed it. So yeah. And so I'm glad y'all did this for me. I feel real good behind this.
Amen.
Oh, thank you so much for trusting me with it. I really appreciate that. I really do. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end the show.
Peaches, wait. Girl, when you get chicken up there, baby, we gonna jack it up, okay? You know what I mean? We gonna jack it up, baby.
Yes, darling.
I told you, Peachy.
Yeah.
Charlotte was gonna be the one.
Bernardo said that. He said Charlotte was gonna be the one, but the more he said, the more I was like, Charlotte sounds like she could be me turned up.
Yeah,
okay.
All that order. Drop like a side. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Make sure you call me Peach, baby.
I sure will. I
Peach,
definitely will be
call
giving
me
you a
Peach,
call.
Peach.
Bye. Love you,
Bye.
Charlie.
I love you more, baby. And I sure appreciate it. Make it happen, Peach.
Oh, don't worry. It's gonna happen, girl. It's gonna happen.
All right now.
Well, y'all, thank you so much. Please
Thank
stay
you.
up for just a little bit
Thank
more.
you.
I'm going to go ahead and close out this show. You guys already know how it goes down. You gotta listen to my babies. You got to. So here go Miss Kirsten.
Return, Peachy return. Peachy return, Peachy return, Peachy return.